this? It's a box, but it's tied shut. Luckily, I have my digging scissors. It looks like a time capsule.
I know you're all very excited for the grand opening of our World War I time capsule. This time capsule was genuinely donated to this museum by Megan Perkins, who found it while on her excursion along the River Somme. First thing in our time capsule is the World War I medical kit.
Rags such as this one were used for pressure to stop bleeding and to tie up wounds until nurses were able to tend to them properly. Gauze was also used as a temporary pressure for bleeding and was used to cover minor injuries. Tweezers were used to pull out pieces of shrapnel and other intrusions. The tetanus vaccine experienced its first widespread use in World War I. It was used when soldiers were cut on barbed wire or hit by shrapnel shards. Heat wrap and tape were used to prevent loss of blood and keep in body heat. Barbed wire was weaponized and was used to impale soldiers when they were running across battlefields.
The next thing in our World War I time capsule is a gas mask. Poison gases, specifically mustard gas, developed and were heavily used during World War I. There were gas masks for human, dogs, and horses. They had eye holes, covered the entire face, and had a tube that led to an airbag, which soldiers carried and attached to their uniforms. I have an envelope. This is a letter to General Douglas Haig from his wife Dorothy. It reads, "Dearest Douglas, I hope that you are well. We all miss you terribly. George has been enrolled in primary school and the girls are doing well in their studies. They are growing into such fine young women, and George hopes to one day be a brave and mighty general just like his father. I've just taken up a job at the factory. We are producing artillery and tanks for the war effort. It seems like everything is going over, but none of us could be happier to support our great nation. I love you very much and think of you every day. I hope that you will be back with us soon. Your forever loving and faithful Dorothy." This is Douglas's response to Dorothy's letter. "Dearest Dorothy, I am fine in health, but much less so in spirit. My soldiers and I are in the midst of the bloodiest battle we've seen yet, located on the River Somme. I myself have lost nearly 4,000 men, and my superiors tell me that the British losses total close to 200,000. But our country is not the only one suffering from this ongoing battle. The German and French bodies litter the field of battle, and there has been very little forward motion in either direction. I fear that this battle will last for many more months, and I greatly wish to be home with you and the children. I greatly enjoyed the photo and newsprint you sent. Give my love to our family. I will write you soon. Your loving husband, Douglas."
This appears to be a blueprint for a Mark I tank, which was the first type of tank invented, had a basic structure with the wheel in the back to assist steering, and was used during the Battle of Somme. This is an example of war propaganda, which was used in all countries engaged in the war. Propaganda persuaded people to fight for their country and encouraged nationalism. Pictured here is British General Douglas Haig, who we've been led to believe put together the time capsule. He is pictured with his wife Dorothy and two of his daughters after the war came to an end. This is a newspaper clipping from after the war, discussing how Germany was blamed for the war and had to clean up the mess, which caused debt and an economic crisis for Germany. Dog tags were used to identify soldiers and had their name, battalion, and identification numbers. Metal dog tags became too expensive because of the great number of soldiers, so they began using other materials to make them. Known as the War to End All Wars because of its intensity and magnitude, World War I was one of the most significant wars of the 20th century due to its dramatic population decrease in Germany, its medical and technological advancements, and the way that it set the stage for World War II.
I hope you've enjoyed the opening of our World War I time capsule. Please come again soon and exit to your right.